Hello everyone, welcome back to my little channel, girlfriend. So how's everybody doing? Today we are definitely gonna be doing some sunflower vibes, girl. I think me pasé a little bit with the yellow, but you know what? For those of you who didn't know, girl, I love yellow. Growing up, yellow was one of my favorite colors until I started doing nails. I painted my whole room pink, and I think that's when I started to love pink. It just kind of grew onto me. So yellow is my color. I used to wear yellow a little bit before for a good minute, but I feel like you can't just wear too much yellow. I mean, you know what I mean? So we're gonna do it on the nails because you can never have enough yellow in your nails. I'm using the taper square nail tips for this set because I want to give you guys a little variety. You know, I've mentioned that in the past, some clients like coffin, some clients like square, some clients are into the taper square. But I feel like this design will look good in any shape. And because the sunflowers are a little bit larger, I was like, you know what, girl, I need a little bit more space on my nail. And so that's the reason why I went with this nail shape. So I'm using the number 85 color acrylic from my website and the cover nude. Oh no, it's not a cover, I'm sorry. Glow nude pearl. You can't really see the little specks of glitter in it. It's like very, very, very fine. It looks like a pearl effect. It's super cute and subtle. Just in case you're like, girl, I don't see no glitter or whatever. It's there. It's super pretty, and I felt like that brown was like perfect. Because sunflowers to me, I don't know. I guess because a little brown center, I felt like it would go good. If it was a little too pink or peachy, I feel like it wouldn't vibe the same. But I don't know. That's just me. If you do it differently, don't forget to tag me on your little pictures because I would love to see. And I was inspired by my marble inks. I had seen a picture or video a few months ago with some marble and yellow. So I was like, ooh, let me recreate something similar. Obviously, I have no fucking idea what was really on the set. I just remember it having like marble and yellow. And this was way before I had my own little marble ink. So I was like, okay, girl, some of my little followers do need to see like ideas of what to do with these little marble inks because they're not just like straight for marble, but you can like play around with them. So I'm just gonna be doing an ombre on 3 of the nails, and you can never have a little too much application. So I decided to keep all 3 fingers so that you guys can see exactly how I do the ombres. And the ombre does take a little bit of practice, you know, because the first time ain't gonna be perfect, but girl, the more that you practice, the better they get. And you will see a little bit of the sides of the nail tips that they a little bit too big, the nail tips. I ended up testing out like inserting the taper square to the nail to see if it would hold good, which it did not, let me tell you. So far, if you're using a red iguana hand, the best nail tips to stab in there or insert are C-curved tips. So when I went ahead and I applied the taper square on top of the taper square that I inserted, I was struggling to kind of like file the nail. That's why I just left it like that because it wiggled way too much. So right now, just don't stare at that part. Later on, when it's time for filing, I do go ahead and file the little excess nail tip that is sticking out on the sides, and I do not put acrylic on it. I just leave it like that because I don't want to struggle filing it. The ring finger, I'm not sure why I decided to do it on nude, but I feel like I definitely wanted a full neutral nail. And normally when I'm doing a design, I don't really think of what I'm doing. I just kind of think of ideas like, okay, girl, I want to do a yellow ombre. And then little by little, I start thinking of everything else. To be honest, I did not have sunflowers in mind until after. I was like, ooh, girl, this would look good with some sunflowers. Like, girlfriend, yes, girl. You know? So, whenever you're doing a little ombre, make sure to put your acrylic right in the middle of the nail and try to thin down the halfway mark, pretty much where you place the acrylic. Thin that as much as possible so that when you do put your second color, you won't have like a little harsh line. I feel like I can't breathe. I just fucking ate. Girlfriend, I went to a store and I made some tacos. And this guy at the store, let me tell you a little story time while I do this little ombre again. So there was this gangster guy at the store and he was like, "Oh, girl, those nails are long. They're nice though." And I was like, "Oh, thanks," or whatever. So he was like talking to me about my nails and he was telling me that if I had a gun and if it was blinged out, and I was like, "What the fuck? No, I don't have no fucking guns. But if I did, they would be blinged the fuck out." So I was like, "Okay, homie, I need to go. Cashier, can you hurry the fuck up?" But it was a little weird conversation. I kind of felt a little scared at the moment, but I was like, "Okay, bye, Felicia." So right here, I'm going to be using two of the marble. I don't remember what numbers they are. Let me take a look because I have them right here. I have number 11 and number 9. So number 9 is the brown one and number 11 is the yellow one. And pretty much you're just going to apply them to the nail like whatever. Like there's no specific way because marble always flows on its own, you know. So I decided to apply them over top coat because you do have two different ways that you can apply it. In my experience, in my experience, if you apply it over something shiny, like a shiny top coat, when you go in there and dab it with acetone, it does kind of flow. It's more flowy. And if you apply it over matte top coat, it kind of, right here, girl, I wanted to cry because I fucking spilled my ink. I was like, oh my Lord, why Zulay? Why must you be so clumsy? So right here, I decided to show you guys that I am putting the Zulay no wipe top coat and you cure it in the lamp. It has to be fully dry, okay? And like I was saying, if you apply it over matte top coat, it doesn't flow as much. Like it still flows. It's like you can erase it more type of thing. And with the shiny top coat, it just like you dab it with the acetone, like you're gonna see, and it kind of just like spreads out. And so depending on what you're going for, because sometimes you want to have more control as to where the hell they're moving or whatever. Like say if you're trying to draw something with the marble, then you would want to go with something more matte. Or if you just want like a little line, then you would go with something more matte so that you have control of how exactly you want the line. Versus with this shiny, it just goes random. Like you kind of have to guide it a little bit, but for the most part, it just kind of like goes wherever. Which is what I'm going for, you know, like I don't really care for it to be perfect or the same in every finger because it's never going to be the same, girl. Not with marble, not with a lot of things with nails. They're not ever going to be fucking twins. They could be fraternal twins, but they're not going to be identical. And that's the good thing about every single nail. So I was like, okay, girl, this middle finger needs a little bit more brown. And then I was like, you know what? Let me put a little bit more yellow. And then me pasé de verga con the brown. And I was like, oh shit, I put too much brown. Okay, girlfriend, we'll put a little bit more acetone. And I'm using, what is it called? Pure acetone. Some people use, what is it called? Alcohol. To be honest, I've tried it with alcohol. And I don't know if it wasn't because it was not the 90% alcohol, but mine didn't fucking do shit to that shit. So maybe I should try it with my 90-something% alcohol that I just bought. I was using 70%. I'm not sure how that functions, but let me know in the comments if you know a little bit more about these marble inks. I haven't played with them too much. I've used some in the past, but never did I really know how to like use them or whatever. So the more that you practice with them, the better hang of it you'll get, you know? Like at first you'll be like, what the fuck, man? It's not coming out good. Or da-da-da-da-da. But just like anything, the more you do it, the better and easier it gets. And by the way, girlfriend, if you're not already subscribed, what you waiting for? Subscribe to my little channel. Don't forget to give a little thumbs up to my little video and leave me a little comment. I don't know, you could tell me how your day is, what you like about this video, what did you not like about the video, like too much marble, too short or something, pero pues no negativas, cabronas, no sean negativas. So now that they're fully dry, I am top coating them with shiny top coat. I was debating whether I should leave them shiny or matte though, not gonna lie. So I ended up doing one matte, which is the one that I'm gonna be working on. And I'm gonna be doing a sunflower. I'm using the Espresso glitter acrylic from my website. I love this color because it's like a nice chocolate color, but it's holographic at the same time, So I don't know. I just like it because it has a little hollow, but then it's still like very subtle, Like I bet you can't even fucking see that it's holographic until I get a little closer. So I decided to do two-tone sunflower because sunflowers, I feel like they have more than a yellow tone. And I'm using the same acrylic number 85 along with a mustardy banana, I don't know, yellow. I don't remember exactly what color it is, but it's 20 something. I will link it in the description for you guys because I do not want to tell you guys it's number 27 and it's not, but that's just my random guess. And I'm using number 4 3D brush because like I mentioned in the past, whenever you're doing 3D flowers, if you're going for something larger, you definitely need a larger brush. And so my petals are in the bigger side. So I do need some monomer so that my little beads of acrylic, my little balls of acrylic can be a little bit big and they won't be like too dry. So pretty much this is just a regular petal. You place the bead in the center of place it where you want your petal. Give it a few seconds for it to start to dry. And I did put a little bit of acetone into my monomer because that does speed up the drying process. So you don't be there like a pendeja just waiting and waiting. And then when you see that it's kind of ready, like right here, I kind of poked it and it wasn't like ready. So I go in and clean my brush and then give it a couple more seconds while I do that. And then I press like a regular flower and I slightly pull. And then you keep pressing until you mold the petal how you want it. See right here, I'm giving the little petal a little bit of flow. I didn't make it just regular straight. I kind of gave it like if it's wiggly kind of, if you know what I mean. So just pay attention. Poke the little flower and then pull it very lightly. And meanwhile, you're waiting for it to dry. Just clean your little brush, dip it back in the monomer, and go check on it again. And repeat the process until it's ready to completely pull. Pull and press. The trick with 3D anything is waiting for the acrylic to dry. When it's not, you don't want to press it when it's too wet. You don't want to press it when it's too dry because it's not going to form the petal. So you have to kind of learn how your products work, There's some acrylics that dry faster, some of them that dry slower. So in the summertime, I feel like it's the best time to do flowers because everything dries a little bit faster. And so you won't really need acetone, but if you're making like a million petals, like this one that I'm going to be making on this finger, you do want to kind of put a little bit of acetone so you can hurry up. So I'm just going to let you guys see this little petal because, this whole little flower. I do go ahead and do the whole sunflower on this one. And I didn't record the next flower because there's too many petals to be watching. So I las dejo and I'll come back right now. So now I decided that my little design did need a little touch of gold. I felt like there was a lot of yellow going on and a little bit of brown. So I just felt like, I don't know, a little gold went pretty good with my design. And so I took out my little liner brush and my gel paint that's golden. And I decided to kind of just make like little squiggly lines here and there. Kind of like to go with the little marble, just to give it a little golden vibes, you know? And the little squiggly lines or the little dots or whatever you decide to make don't have to be perfect. Just make them kind of flow with the design. And I did notice that the gel does flow a lot better with matte. So if you are going to do something like this, I would recommend to don't put the top coat yet, because since it is slippery, the brush kind of like slips. But I did love the way the gold kind of gave it a whole different tone. Let me know in the comments which way yeah, I can't even talk right now. Which way you think it looks better, shiny or matte? Because I could not decide, so I ended up doing both matte and shiny. But I was like, it looks pretty shiny, but then I felt like it looked really nice matte. But I want to know what you think. And right here in the ring finger, I'm just putting like random little lines. I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, to be honest. I just was like, I want some gold up in there, bitch. Let me put it there. And then I was like, oh, I don't got no more space. So let me just put some in the middle finger, girlfriend. And I don't know. I feel like if I were to redo this set, I'd probably do the middle finger solid nude as well and put some bling on it. But I wanted to do something a little bit more simple because it lays a little too crazy. And I know some of y'all are gonna be like, bitch, that is not simple whatsoever. That's already a lot going on. But to me, it was simple with no bling. But you know what? I had to put a little bit of bling, and I'm using the jonquil AB little rhinestones. These are also available on my website. They come in a little box with 6 different sizes, and it's perfect for if you're going for a full nail or just want to have different sizes. Like this ring finger, I put the biggest one, I believe, in the middle, and then I go from biggest to smallest to make like a little squiggly line. Yeah, you're gonna be like, girl, ¿pa qué le pusiste dorado entonces? I already told you, girlfriend, I do not think of my designs. They just go with the flow. So if I would have thought of this in advance, I would have not wasted my little gold paint. But you know what? You can still see it down there a little bit, so it looks pretty cute. And I felt like this ring finger was hella popping, that I just decided to put a little bit more bling on the other fingers so that they still look like cute and simple. And you could always add more to it, take something away from any design that you ever see online, whether it's mine or somebody else's. Because you know, you could get inspired, girl. Maybe you could just put one sunflower, or you could do the ring finger just the same, and then the other one's nude. That would be really cute. So I'm excited to see how many more hoes recreate this look. And let me know in the comments if you would wear this set. And I don't know, ask me a question, girlfriend, because you guys ain't gonna be seeing me until, I don't know, a couple more days, because Zule gonna go get like mini little surgery on my gums, so a bitch won't be able to talk. So I'm gonna have to be talking to you guys via comments. Pues ahí los voy a dejar a la verga. Ya me voy to edit the next video for y'all. Yeah, bitch, purple nails, who dish. I'll see you guys next time. Have a beautiful day / night, whatever time of the day it is right now. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.